this week was a collaboration between IAM and UKZN, Gender and Religion and Sexuality. It was a week of putting our minds together, building activities and developing resources in as far as creating a space for diversity, inclusion and transformation in the space of religion. We all come from diverse spaces, diverse backgrounds, racially, in terms of our gender, in terms of our sexuality. But it was to see a sense of community, having one vision of where things need to move.
When we engage, we start forming relationships. And with that, I think I created this little group of people where we just gel. It was an amazing experience to speak our minds and be who we are without anybody judging. You can put a group of strangers together and they can create this whole magical knowledge incubator. That's what it is. It's amazing. That's what it is.
This week has been a ball of energy. I think I could describe this as a honeymoon with myself. And I am seen, I am heard. I was just validated in so many ways. Seeing the class from Zoom into real life, face-to-face encounters has been empowering and liberating for me to feel the warmth that they bring and the energy into the room. So that has been the greatest thing for me.
As a cohort, we've seen each other online, we've engaged, but this week has been really great in the sense that it has just gelled the group in an amazing way. And there's a huge amount of energy that's created, which has been part of the fun aspect of this week. But there's also like an underlying seriousness about the work that people are doing in that, trying to deal creatively and relevantly with kind of real issues for the church.
Coming into this program, I felt isolated, being the only Hindu person in a group full of Christian theologists. So my biggest challenge this week would have been where a question was asked and it was, what was your first interpretation of reading the Bible? That was scary for me. It isolated me, but the guys in the group were so amazing. They were so patient and they worked with me. They've explained to me what context we were looking at that specific story, and somehow or the other I formed my own interpretation and I linked Christianity to Hinduism, and it was amazing. It was amazing.
The contextual Bible study is like something that opened my mind and my heart on how I should approach these Bible readings. It is different to a way that we usually do. Like in our faith communities, we go to church, there's just a topic or a title where the preacher says we only focus on one character and not scrutinize each and every character and their backgrounds and what it represents and imply it in our own lives. So as we read the Bible, we have to pay attention to each context. There's so many questions to be asked and answered in each context. So this is what I learned.
The way IAM has done the Knowledge Hub was actually different from my expectations. I, for one, expected a classroom setup with a desk and a book and a pen. And I take off my hat for IAM for taking me out of my comfort zone, from my formal spaces, and bring a very intensive emotional, educational program in a very informal way. Even if there is a lot to learn, there is also a lot to laugh about. And yes.
Some of the conversations that took place in the week just brought a sharp contrast to me to say, we do development work, but are we really giving quality output to the community organizations, or are we just ticking boxes to ensure that, oh, we did a session on this? I've never sat in a conversation with a founded partner to say, what do you guys say to those people? They just say, oh, this is our activity. And I say, good, here's the money, go do it. And then they report back. But now it's like, actually, I want to engage with them and say, what actually happens in those rooms? Are those spaces really safe?
So it's been lovely to see the practitioners and the scholars together, because sometimes we tend to think the other is on the hierarchy, just a notch above than the other, you know. So it was beautiful to sort of see that synergy. What can we build as a collective? And nobody doesn't feel worthy to be at that table. We all bring something so unique and something so beautiful in this space. Without the other, there can be no progress, and we can't really tap into the diversity and the transformation and the inclusion we so desire.